Okay, so I'm gonna come right out and say it that I don't think the K5 is a super sexy name for a car. It sounds more like a character in a 1980s like robot buddy movie. But I will say this, it sounds a lot sexier than the Optima that it is replacing. You know what, come to think of it, Optima sounds like that would be the bad guy in that same 80s buddy movie. So, you know what, let's just talk about the Kia K5.
Name gripes aside, the K5 becomes Kia's mid-size sedan that goes up against some stout competition in the Honda Accord, Toyota Camry, Hyundai's new killer Sonata, Mazda 6, and the Subaru Legacy.
So Kia claims that the K5 blows away what the Optima brought to the table. So you know what? Let's just dig in.
Let's start inside because that's where a lot of the new happens. The K5 gets a roomy and spacious feeling cabin. It's got an open layout and a new infotainment display that stretches into the instrument panel, which almost looks like it's three-dimensional. We love the details like the airplane-inspired shift knob. Materials include leather seating on higher trims, as well as satin metallic or faux wood finishes. The K5 gets a standard 8-inch touchscreen, but this 10.25-incher is also available. It's got a split screen, navigation, and looks quite boss. It also comes with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto standard. Wireless phone charging that includes a cooling fan will cost you extra.
The seats feel incredibly comfortable. They're quite cushy, but you know what, at the same time they're really supportive. I can imagine these being good on a long haul. The one thing I will say that for me is not ideal is the seat bottom is quite long, so it could be good for slightly taller drivers. For me, it makes it a little bit uncomfortable, but hey, most people have longer legs than me.
While the base model LX doesn't come with much in the way of extras and has a non-folding rear bench seat, it does get Kia Wise Drive. That's their suite of safety features that offers forward collision warning, lane follow assist, and some other solid safety features. The LSX offers up that access to the trunk, as well as blind spot warning and rear cross traffic alerts. We're figuring that that's going to be more of the volume model.
Unsexy name, but whoa, kind of sexy looks.
The K5 gets some exterior features from Kia's flagship Stinger that are great adds. Powerful, angular, muscular, those are all very sexy words that come to mind when looking at this sedan. The fastback checks off the racy box. It gets that Kia Tiger face and some excellent looking headlights. It may not outdazzle the Sonata, but this is such an evolution from the previous generation Optima.
There are two engine options in the K5. The first is a little bit more ubiquitous, and that's a 1.6-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. That one you're going to find in the LX, that's the base model, the LXS, the GT line, and the top-of-the-line EX. Now that GT line is not to be mistaken with the GT, which is more of a high-performance engine, which we'll talk about a little bit later. The GT line is more of an appearance package.
The engine feels plenty powerful for the K5. I'm preferring the drive-in sport mode though. It just feels a bit more responsive and spirited. If you can get past the 1.5 to 2 second lag while the turbo spools, then this engine shouldn't disappoint.
Dynamically, the car feels really solid. In sport mode, I do get a little bit of tire chirp when I'm making aggressive turns, but for the most part, the handling is really nice. The car feels very planted and very solid. I don't feel a whole lot of body roll, and I get a really comfortable ride without it being too floaty.
The steering is direct and I don't feel any dead spots. The brakes are more than adequate. Overall, the driving experience is a well-rounded and positive one in my opinion.
So that second engine option actually sounds quite compelling. It's a 2.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder and will be more performance-oriented than just the GT line. Yes, I know it sounds a little bit confusing, but that GT is made into an 8-speed dual-clutch transmission and will also get sport tires, so we'll probably eliminate that chirp around aggressive corners that I was talking about earlier.
Kia claims a 0 to 60 time in 5.8 seconds, and we're looking forward to verifying that when the engine arrives. Both the Camry and Accord get more engine options on more trim levels, including a hybrid, so if you're looking for a greater variety, those might be a better place to start. Grip feels decent. All-wheel drive is available as an option if you're looking for more. The Kia gets a bunch of drive modes: normal, smart, sport, and custom, that adjust engine, transmission, and steering accordingly.
The K5 GT gets a Sport Plus mode. Now, that engine is actually not available to test drive yet, and certainly it's not in this EX that we're driving right now, but rest assured, as soon as we get our hands on it, we will review it for you. In the meantime, you should subscribe to the Kelley Blue Book YouTube channel just so you don't miss that review.
Gas mileage numbers on the K5 line up with the competition nicely. Numbers on that 2.5 GT aren't available yet. The GT line gets embossed leatherette interior, black outside mirrors with LED turn signals, sport front and rear bumpers, and a rear spoiler. Extras on the highest EX trim include a panoramic sunroof, heated front seats, wireless smartphone charging, and a 12-speaker Bose audio system. The all-new 2021 Kia K5 goes on sale this summer with a base price of about $25,000, including destination fees. The GT line and EX will both cost a little more money. For the Sporty GT, you're looking at closer to $31,500.
So, not a super sexy name, but there is plenty of stuff in here to more than make up for it. The mid-size sedan segment just got a little bit hotter.